kings and queens, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Hope King and I'm the designer behind King's Designs MD. Just wanted to show you a card that I designed today. It's really two cards. One originally said happy birthday and the other is blank, so let me just take that back out. Here is the design as it's going to my printer. So you can see one says happy birthday and the other doesn't. And I was just working on getting the placement right for the pre-filled wording. Typically this is not an issue for me, but today for whatever reason it just was not working for me. And so that just let me know that when I help you guys design a card, I want to make sure I'm teaching you, because it took me 4 tries to get this correct. Not a total loss. I was in here sampling anyway, but it's not a total loss because as you can see, this card is blank. And I know that's the reason a lot of people do blank card inserts, because they struggle to get the insert correct on the other side. So I'm going to show you, I have my card at 11 by 8.5. I'm going to show you how to make it the 8.5 by 11 way, which might make it a little bit easier for printing. So let's go to my home screen. So I'm in Canva and I'm in a free version. I typically click create a design and you'll see this is where I chose 11 by 8.5, and I now want to choose 8.5 by 11. Now what that does is changes your design from portrait to landscape or landscape to portrait, whichever one you're choosing. When I design my cards, you guys probably already know, but I go to my element section and I click align and I try to keep it at the 0. So you see if I go up, it rotates, and I want to keep it at 0. Also, when you go up and down, it lets you know when it turns purple, you're at your halfway point. Typically, when you put your first line in, it automatically puts you at the center point of your page. I go up to my top and I click on weight, and I go all the way down to 1, and I go over to my color palette and I click some type of gray. Now, I'm going to duplicate my line by going up here and clicking duplicate. Now I'm just going to rotate the second line on a 90-degree angle. This is just my preference. You do not have to do any of this part. This is just so when I go to my table, I know which line is my cut line and which line is my score line. And it helps me to make my card as even as possible. Now, I chose Mario Brothers as my theme for today. I did this by going to Google, clicked Mario as an image, and I went into remove BG. And when you go to clean up your image, it allows you to choose some backgrounds. So remove BG, you may see it in the background here. And you can click whatever background you want. But I chose the sky background because it looked like Mario jumping. So I'm going to put Mario over here and I'm going to show you a little trick that I did. Now you see Mario's kind of out of size and I want him from edge to edge as much as possible. So I'm going to use my arrows and expand him out. But you notice he's not covering my whole card. So what I did is I went to elements, picked a square, and you see this square is clearly black. But I'm going to set him behind Mario, size him down to be the same size as Mario. And I want to cover my whole entire card. Now I'm going to right click it and click send to back. Now this black box is behind Mario, but I don't want my card to look like that. So I'm going to click that box, go up to my color palette, and whenever you choose photos, it typically tells you the colors that's in the photo. So I chose blue. Now if I leave it like that, it's okay, but it's going to be a harsh cutoff right here between the sky and the blueness underneath. So I went up to my transparency and I took it down so it started to fade in. So I had mine at about a 62. Now if you can't slide it to the number you want, you can just choose whatever color you want. You can stop whenever it works for you. But I slid mine to a 62. And so now I have it as 62 and it kind of fades in. The next thing you can do is go to your text on the side, click add a heading, and if you guys follow me, I usually pick the biggest one first and I just size it down. Now I know I want my heading to fit within the size, and I'm just going to type happy birthday. Now, when you type in happy birthday, you see it's, it's not always fitting in the box. There's a couple of things you can do. One, take out your line spacing so you don't have that big gap. And if you can see, my letters came together. The other thing you can do is change your font. And I'll go to Alex Brush as a type of font. You'll see now the gap is back, so you can go back to your line spacing and shrink it back down. Now, if you already picked the font you want, you don't have to do that if you know that's the one you want. You don't have to do it twice. You can go to use your sidebars if you didn't see what I was doing. I just dragged it in so I can maximize my space. Now the Y is hanging down to the second card, and I do not want that. I need it to be all the way up here on one card. So I'm going to click on my font size up here and just click 60 because I played with this a little bit and I already know 60 is about what I want. Now I can move this around. I can just move it around, size it, and if 60 is too big, you can take it down some more. So now I think I have it at a 56 comfortably. And you just move it into whatever space you want. If that's still too big, move it. If you don't want it down bottom, you don't have to have it down bottom. You can have it anywhere on here that you want. It's your card. Make it how you like. Now what I do is I'm going to group all of this together because it's 3 pieces. Remember, we have Mario with the clouds. We have happy birthday, and we have this background that's infused in. So I'm going to click group, and I am going to duplicate it. Now typically when I'm doing my cards, I design everything on the right side. And that's because you're reading your card. Your card's going to fold in half. So this is going to be the top and this is going to be the back. So the left side is going to be the back typically, and the right side is going to be the top, the front typically. Now I'm going to click duplicate page here. And I don't even need all this. The only reason I duplicated the page is because I wanted to keep my lines. So I'm highlighting over Mario, or just clicking Mario and clicking delete. Because it's all grouped together, I want to delete the group. You can do the same thing here. Click delete, and it's gone. So now I want to add my heading. Now when you're working on the inside of your card, if you imagine holding a card, when you hold it facing you, if you opened it up, you would see what you see up here. The left side is blank, the right side has the image on it. When you flip it over, the left side again is blank, typically, and the right side has wording on it. And so for mine, I'm going to put, I hope you have, or I hope, what did I write the first time? I hope your birthday is as classic as you. Now, you can put whatever grammar you want in there. You can put, I hope that your birthday is as classic as you are, whatever. It's your card. You can write it however you want. But I'm going to take my line spacing down again to take all that extra out. And then I'm going to change my font to a 24. And now it looks too jumbled. So I'm going to expand my line spacing back out a little bit to a 94. And so now it's a 24 font and a 94 line spacing. And this is the Open Sans extra spacing. So when you go to send this to your printer, on my particular printer, I print and then I flip it over. So I would print my Mario, and the way it comes out, I will put it back in my printer with this facing up towards me, and when it flows back through, this side comes up facing me. So I hope that makes sense. This is the way my particular printer works. Not everyone's printer works like this, so you have to know your printer and your printer setting. But if you wanted to download this, you click the download button here. And this is just my preference. I like the PNG setting. So I would click download and then it will go to my downloads. Now, when you download it that way, it's going to save it as a zip file because you have these two pieces included. A lot of times what I will do is just hit delete and click download. And then I hit the back button to bring it back. And then that's back. And then I would hit delete. And then I would download. And then I hit the back button. So I still have both pieces. But now I have two individual pieces that were downloaded. And I don't have to unzip it and extract files and all that kind of stuff. If you don't care, you know, if it's simple and easy to you, that's fine. But that can be complicated for some people to do. So that's an easier way to do it. Just download one piece at a time. And make sure you hit the back button quickly once you download each one, or you will not have both of your pieces. So I hope that helps somebody. I'm about to take this to my cutting table because it has taken me 4 tries to get this correct. Again, I hope this helps somebody. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys have a great day. If you haven't done so already, consider joining the crafting group, Crafting with Hope, on Facebook. The link should be in the description box. Show me what you guys are making. I would love to see some of the things you're making. Whether you make this card, you make something else, just join and show us what you're doing. The other thing is, please comment. I want to hear from you guys. I really love hearing from you guys. Even if it's something you're saying, hey, you could have done it this way. I enjoy hearing that. And I think your questions and your feedback helps other people. Somebody may have the same question that you had. So yeah, if you don't have anything to say, but you just want to leave a comment, drop a crown in the description box. Just drop a crown so I know you're here. Thanks for watching.